You guys, I am super excited about this show. I'm excited about all the shows, of course. But today we are going to dive into the world of the paranormal. We have a very cool guest. But before I introduce our awesome guest, let's go around the room. Kid Arthur. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sir Arthur. How you doing?
Way to go, Rebels!
Way to go, who?
Her.
Wow, dude. Nice, brother. Mike, the ex-con in the house.
What's up, man? What it do?
What's up, bro? You had some stuff to tend to last week. We missed you, man.
Yeah, I had to take a little short hiatus and get some personal affairs in line.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you back, brother.
I'm glad to be back.
We love you. Seriously, man. Whatever's going on, your family did. So,
Thank you. Likewise.
Nadia.
Hey guys,
How you
welcome
doing?
to the show. Excited for the show. Super
Looking
excited.
lovely. You got the cool little...
Do you like the flowy thing?
I like it, yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah, I was thinking like to wear something more appropriate, but
Nice. Now, you guys, this guest, she was on my show on 1380. It was a morning show years ago. And we've kept in touch, and I've been looking forward to get you back on the show. Vicki Main, psychic medium, paranormal expert, awesome person. Thank you for being here.
hey,
Well, thank you for having me. I
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Glad to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Yeah, we saw you in the parking lot. And,
Yeah. I'm asking directions in the parking lot.
and I asked you if you
My
wanted...
bad.
And my question, you want a beer or a toke?
Yes, it was.
Just trying to, I'm a good host. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right,
So I-
that's
Some
right.
people tailgate for football games. We tailgate for podcasts.
Yeah, exactly. But you
Whatever
know-
works.
But just real quick here,
Yeah.
it's so fascinating to me because I experienced some noises when I was growing up. It was a person jumping on a bed in the spare bedroom. My brother and I had bunk beds. I would go out to see who in the heck is jumping on this bed in the spare bedroom, and my mom would always grab me, "Sweetheart, it's your dad being silly. Go back to bed." So I'm like, what the F is my dad jumping on the bed at 3 a.m. for? How weird is that?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and so, some things would happen. We'd hear certain things. Anyway, my mom always explained it. Years
Right.
later,
Of course.
after we moved out of the house, she told me that it was some kind of spirit of a little girl, I guess, who had passed away. She did some research. It was built on an Indian graveyard.
Oh, that's not
And all
good.
this stuff. And then she got some Ghostbusters came out. They pled the name of Jesus, did all the cross. Apparently it left, but it came back angrier.
So your childhood home had an exorcism performed on it.
Fire started when it came back after a couple years. So anyway, so that's when we moved. And so that's why I'm
Wow.
fascinated by it. I want to hear, how did you get into it? What was your first, inkling to get into this or whatever?
Into paranormal or?
Yeah, paranormal ghosts or whatever.
I'm a ghost.
So I know you got the psychic stuff. I want to talk about ghosts and paranormal stuff
Okay.
right now. and
Well,
spirits.
let me tell you one thing real fast. They didn't exercise your spirit the correct way. That's why
Okay.
it came back.
Really?
Yeah. You have to do it a certain way. You have to send them on. Sending them out of the residence doesn't do anything. They're still going to hang around. You need to send them to the other side where they belong. And that's what I do.
Wow.
I will do
my
that. Yeah.
God,
So
that's so
just
cool.
so you
So-
understand what happened.
If you don't do it a certain way, they can come back and be angry or whatever. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And it was Michael Lynch.
Okay. Yeah,
I met-
he came in with you.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
interview.
yeah. Michael, I met him obviously years ago, and almost 30 years ago we'd been working together.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's the one that saw me at the psychic fair at the Lump Mansion, and he was there doing his thing, and so I started working with Michael, and that's how I
Okay.
started doing all of this. And as far as the paranormal part goes,
how many years ago was it?
30.
Big chunk of your life. that you've
Yeah,
been-
yeah. It's Michael and I, not so much anymore, but yeah, I mean, 30 years we worked together doing
Okay, so
houses.
it was nothing crazy that happened per se. It was just an opportunity to get into this world, and you got into it, and you liked what you were
Yeah.
experiencing or investigating, or whatever.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It just kind of all came natural.
Yeah.
Everything just fell into place, and I just
Right.
rolled with it.
Yeah,
And I did good. I was doing good, and that was the main
Arthur.
thing too.
Arthur has a question.
Yeah.
I wasn't blinking that time.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh,
that's our sign.
I just came up with a question. So, do you see on a 4th dimensional level with ghosts at all, or is it more of a 5th dimensional thing?
I'm
Or
not
do
sure
you
what
know?
you mean, either one.
I don't think he does either, but
No, I do.
Yeah. No, I see them in my mind's eye.
So that's
Okay.
Well, I guess that's the fourth dimension.
Okay.
So you send
Wow.
them on to the fifth dimension.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see them like standing there like that, but I see them in my mind's eye.
Yeah.
And that's how I communicate with them and know who they are.
I have a question. I have another question. What do
Sure.
you think about? Okay, so I was smoking a cigarette pretty profusely. I was smoking cigarettes profusely, and I was watching Red Fox. I asked Red Fox to be my spirit guide while I was watching stand up, and Red Fox was basically, I heard his voice in my mind. I heard Red Fox saying a whole lot of things to me. It was like really like profound, like it was his voice, like Red Fox. And I was smoking, and so I enjoyed my cigarettes. I made a cup of coffee to share, kind of thing. What would you have to say about something like that?
A spirit guide, you mean?
Right.
Yeah, like a spirit guide, you heard him?
Spirit guide, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess Fred Fox would be your spirit guide. He was.
Well, I thought you said your cat
I
was
mean,
your
I've
spirit
not
guide.
heard
My
anything
cat's
like that
also my
before.
spirit
His
guide.
cat is also his spirit guide.
As well as
oh.
Buddy Rich and
Can you have more than
proposing
one?
Aretha Franklin.
Good question. Can we have more than one spirit guide? Like probably, right? Or I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you can. You have one main one, really.
Yeah.
You know, and that's your main spirit guide, really.
Right on.
And you can tell that, right? You can.
Who your spirit guide is? I mean, I can find out.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like I can look at you and go, oh, yeah.
No, yeah. Like I wonder, like if that's you can
Interesting.
tell us
Yeah.
about us during a reading or something. What are
Yeah, if I'm doing
services?
readings.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you and Mike start working together, and tell us about some of the events that you, because that fascinates me. The Limp Mansion is supposed to be super haunted.
It is very haunted. I know the Limps intimately. I've been there
I
so
go
often.
there often.
So tell us about some of the events that you've been on,
Well, I've
or
been
investigations, I should say.
I've been in the Exorcist house 3 times. I'm the only psychic that's ever been in the Exorcist house, and I cleared the Exorcist house.
Wow.
On
So when you say you clear it, so
Yeah. What is it?
can you go through like the process of that, or what you? I don't know, like a little outline.
Well, when I go someplace that's haunted, I get in touch with whoever is there, and there could be more than one at a residence. I just one not too long ago had 2 kids and a man in it.
So do you talk? Do you kind of just
Am I-
close your eyes?
In your mind's eye.
In my
Your
mind's eye.
Your mind's eye. Okay,
Yeah,
so you don't verbalize it
no,
per se.
no. I just
kinda-
kind of had the conversation and see them up here.
I like it.
At the Exorcist house, there was a man who was just an evil person in life, and he apparently was a pedophile. He was holding 2 children, because as we all know, the devil was exorcised down at Election Brothers Hospital way back then in 1947. Okay, so, but the thing about that property is there's a vortex in there that is the strongest I've ever felt, ever. And do you know what a vortex is of energy?
Yeah, I do.
Like a gauge.
Okay, yeah, it's like a tornado of energy. Okay, and I mean, it's the strongest I've ever felt there. So he was feeding off this energy, and that's why the devil wanted to go there too, by the way. But anyway, so I cleared him, but I have 3 methods of clearing a place, dealing with the spirit. One, I just tell them, you need to move on. You need to go on to light and move on. You got other things to do. They don't want to do that. I call for someone from the light that loves them to come and get them. And a lot of times that works. I mean,
really?
I've seen somebody that was very evil, and I called, and his mother came, and it was like, Mama. Pew.
Wow.
And he went on. And the third one, if they still won't go, I call St. Michael and his forces. And that's who I called for at the Exorcist house. If they're that stubborn, then I call for St. Michael and his forces. And
wow.
St. Michael grabs them. No matter how much they fight, St. Michael gets them.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah. And that's in a documentary I'm
Archangel
in.
Michael? That's what
St. Michael the Archangel.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So you're a religious person.
I don't go to church all the time. No.
Okay, let me rephrase. Do you believe in the Bible?
I do. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. And I believe he died for my sins.
Okay.
I'm not hyper-religious. I don't go to church, but that's my belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be spiritual and go to church.
No, I'm just curious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's my religious
So now,
affiliation.
have you ever experienced like serious resistance or some kind of, because a lot of the comments here, people, they got scratches.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And even one was talking about how they were molested by a ghost.
Yes.
Or had sex with a ghost.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting
That has
goosebumps
happened.
right now.
How in the world can
That has happened.
Well,
because they can get the energy to manifest themselves that way.
really?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
can manifest into a shaft, or and have sex with a vagina? No, seriously.
Well, those are the questions they will be asking you
no,
today.
I'm serious.
Continue.
That is an honest question. A lot of people now that people have heard it, they want to know.
It's I mean,
a
they
fair
can
question.
manifest. They can
Or do
manifest
they just
themselves.
imagine it in the mind's eye that it's going in? Or is there actually something going in there?
You'd have
No,
to ask.
seriously.
No, actually, you would have to ask that person what their experience was. I can't say. Yeah,
Right.
you'd have to ask
but
them.
they can manifest into a physical
It can
object.
happen,
And that's why they can scratch
I've
and,
experienced that before.
and throw cats across the room and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
One
they can
comment.
be very very mean and very evil.
Whoa.
Tom Turbrock.
Oh my God.
You know Tom Turbrock?
Are we inviting shit in there right now, you think?
No.
Are we good?
No,
And
I
you-
got you all protected. Okay, I got your backs.
You walked into the building, you didn't feel anything. You said,
I
"We're
didn't
good
feel
here
anything
so far?"
rocking the way we came in. Correct.
It's a pretty new building too, right?
Yeah,
awesome.
it doesn't mean anything.
But
it
I
could-
mean, in
yeah.
an older building, wouldn't you find more?
Maybe,
Because of
maybe
the
not. It's just
tracers, the
there's a
tracers?
there's a lot of things that it depends on.
So have you been scratched?
I have not.
You haven't been, I got to ask, you haven't had been,
Touched.
touched or...
I've had a evil
Violated?
entity go through me.
Okay. No, seriously.
I had an experience like that. I
Yeah.
was like trying to, I don't know, like get rid of a ghost from that couch of a person. I don't know, should I share?
Go
It was
for it,
great.
yeah,
So like
please.
I was at my friend's house many times. He was in Springfield, Missouri. I would sit on his couch and I always feel like so uncomfortable. I'm like, I can't, it's really bad. And I'm like, one day I'm bringing all my like sage and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sage the shit out of it because it's not good for you. And I'm walking around like life and light, nothing, whatever. And as I'm moving towards the window and all of a sudden this like gush of energy goes through me, even my hair felt like moved and I was like, whoa, into the window. And I'm like, I think it's gone now. I'm like, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt
yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like shit's real, for
Yeah.
real.
Yeah,
I'm like
it
getting
is.
goosebumps
Yeah.
thinking about it.
And you were real cold, weren't you?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was.
real
It was
cold.
like, and vibration, it was something else. I was
Yeah.
so shocked though because it was intense.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
And
I
you
don't doubt that
That's
at all.
crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
So then some spirits or whatever, they manifest into orbs, or there's been some comments that they saw this black cloud like in the doorway.
Yeah. If there's something black manifesting, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay.
Really? So that's...
Yeah. Things that are manifesting as black, they're up to no good. Let's put it that way.
What about when I put my towels in my closet and they look like skulls and heads when I go to sleep?
Whoa.
That sounds
Well-
like mental illness.
So now, if you put your towels in there and then you saw skulls and stuff that you're talking about?
Yeah, like there's actually a head in my closet.
I guess a
It
skull?
wasn't your neighbor that the cops was looking for, was it?
Well, no, I mean, he's good. I mean, nobody can mess with me, really.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, yeah, as a child, like I had an experience one time. Like we also had a bunk bed, and I was going down to the bathroom, and as soon as went down, as soon as I stepped on the ground, I swear to you, like there was like light, very like I still see that hand getting under, and grabbing my ankle. It just like got under the bed, grabbed my ankle. It had like weirdest, very long, crazy stuff, and I felt it. I felt the grip. The next thing I remember, I'm on top of my bunk bed, covering under the blanket. I didn't even remember how I got there. I think I
Wow.
just
Yeah.
transformed to I supernaturally I reappeared on top, and I was so scared as a child.
when
I was so
you have
scared.
something, that's a trauma to you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was extremely traumatized.
Right. So probably what happened you don't remember is because of the trauma. I mean, you just automatically responded, and you probably just shot right back to your bedroom without even registering that
I
you
disconnected. I felt like I just got out of my body. I guess.
Yeah. That's it just doesn't register because think about it. when.
So
been in a
those are
car
real
accident-
entities. Like it's so crazy. As children, people would laugh at us and say, like, you imagine shit. I felt it many times.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely, you can.
That's wild.
That
Yeah,
was wild.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, one of the Ghostbusters that came out to the house I grew up on Tracy Lane house, they told my mom that they usually will try to pick someone in the family that will be most likely to believe in them if they have something to communicate to them. And they picked my mom. And so they would kind of target her with noises and things happening when she was around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, my dad could see everything fly out, and he would still say it was an earthquake or the wind or something. He would never believe in anything.
Yeah. Well, they want to scare you kids.
Is that true? But now these were also told by the people that did this wrong, and it came back later with fires and shit. So, but is that true that they would pick out one person in the family?
They can, yeah.
When they
They
communicate?
can. Yeah. The last one that I just did not too long ago, there was a little boy that was attached to the little boy that lived there, a little girl that was attached to the little girl that lived there. And the man that lived there, that was there, he had built the house. And you find that sometimes that's one of the reasons that entities stay. They're attached to something. Furniture, jewelry, I mean, it's amazing.
Wow.
And he was like, no, this is my house. I'm not going anywhere. And there were things going on, like they get up in the morning and all the cabinets are open, even the one like over the refrigerator that nobody could reach, all kind. And they had a dog that would react also.
My place isn't that bad. No dogs.
So we say attached because a lot of comments too. There's one of my friends, Chelsea, that moved to a different state, and she's followed around, and it's the same things she hears and smells, and they speak to her. She says, and she can't get rid of them. What can she do to get rid of them if someone's attached to you like that? I mean, I guess
you have to have somebody that knows what they're doing to get rid of that spirit. Now, I have done
it has
long
to be
distance.
a certain way, or it could get worse.
Right. That's why I say the three.
Yeah, wow.
You have to send it on. I said the 3 different ways that I send a spirit on, and because they don't have any business being here, and they're bothering people, they're hurting people. Like we talked about a little while ago. There's reasons why entities wind up here. Okay. One is they have a sudden death, like they're shot, boom, you're dead, or car accident, boom, you're dead. They don't know they're dead, so they're still around because their death was so rapid. There are those that don't feel they're worthy enough to go into the light to go on. Okay.
So everybody goes to the light when they die?
And unless you're somebody like they don't think they're worthy enough to go through the light.
And that's their personal
there's-
hell. So
Right. There is no
basically-
hell. Like there's no.
I
I'd say that would be
I-
It's like
personal.
even the Pope has come out and released statements recently that there is no such thing as hell.
I believe in that.
I know I'm probably getting a lot of pushback on it, but I don't want to say no, but in my experience in all these years and sending people on, even those that are the worst of the worst, I kind of don't think there is.
Yeah,
You can make your own hell.
I agree with you. It's always been like my understanding. My biggest problem with organized religion has always been the fact that like I don't believe that an entity or a god or whatever you want to classify it that is intelligent enough to create Earth, life, and all of its wonder, human beings, and make us capable of all the things we're capable of, and still be so immature to be worried about something as trivial as reward and punishment.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That makes so much sense, honestly. Yeah.
I actually have a different opinion on that. I think that like having churches around, like spiritual centers where you're allowed to go, also mystery schools and the like, if you go to one of those places and you learn how to do what they are able to teach you, if it's a good one. Like
you conform? Is that what you're saying? To conform?
No, I'm not saying to conform at all because conformity is the biggest cause of failure.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Conform. I'm saying to also be spiritual.
right on, dude.
I don't think they teach spirituality. I think they raise, robots and people
Not
who will
all.
be followers.
Not all
Yeah.
churches. They're spiritualist churches.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we can agree
No.
to disagree.
Well, you know what?
Disagree.
In that spare bedroom where I heard the jumping, that was also years later. Of course, I didn't know about this till I was older, so I didn't know.
Right.
This is when my babysitter had her way with me in that room.
I knew that's where this was going.
no.
I
Yeah.
fucking knew that's where this was
That's
going
one
when
of
he
the first
started.
things I thought about. I'll never forget. I didn't sleep for a week almost. Oh, maybe I'm exaggerating, but I didn't sleep for a few nights. I swear, I was up researching this. My mom told me, "Hey, Darryn, this is years ago." She sat me down. Remember those sounds you heard growing up? Here's the real story. And when I heard this, I'm, oh my God. And then I remembered, oh my God, a ghost watched my babysitter rape me.
Oh my God.
I was pretty much
Yeah.
I joke around about it. Now hold on a second. I take it back. I said that for comic effect or crazy effect. But the reality of the situation was I was very willing. That's not
But
rape.
still, you're still very underage too.
Yeah, very underage.
Sex,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a whole different ball game. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it later. But it was a good experience. I was happy. It was fun. She needed it apparently. She wasn't,
Yeah.
she wasn't no model or anything. I'm sorry. She had braces and hair on her nipples, all kinds of weird shit.
She had hairy nipples?
Yes, I'll never forget it. But the point is,
I call bullshit.
do ghosts watch us do that? Do ghosts watch us like masturbate and do all this weird stuff, or do they?
They can, absolutely. They can, absolutely.
And that just fascinates me.
You are always watched. You just have
So
to know
you do
that.
believe that, like, ghosts, if you will, that they are intelligent. There's an intelligence
There's
there.
somebody's soul. They were a living, breathing person here on
'Cause see,
Earth at one point in time.
My whole thing is, what's always made the most sense to me is like when there's a moment of a very, very high energy moment. Okay, it imprints on the world around it. Like if there's a traumatic moment or somebody gets shot, boom, bang, all that energy compiled in one place at one time explodes and imprints on the world around it. So much the way you can pick up a seashell and hear the ocean, or you can put a vinyl needle to a vinyl record and watch it spin and you hear the sound that's been imprinted on it. When you experience a ghost, it's just that same moment in time replaying over and over and over because that energy was imprinted on the world around it.
That can happen.
Cheers.
That can happen. Yeah.
Guys, it's fascinating. Yeah.
I do want to finish the reasons why a spirit's still here because it might help some people understand
Yes, thank you.
what's happening to them possibly.
That's awesome.
Now, where did I leave off? Sudden death, or they don't feel worthy. As I said before, they're attached to something, property, house, whatever.
Fame.
Okay. Fame?
I'm a ghost, then I'm attached to fame.
Well, usually it's an object, something that's tangible.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So anyway, they are just an evil person, and just won't go on.
Yeah.
Okay, they're just evil, period, and those are the ones that cause trouble. And then there are those that are also attached to somebody that I was talking, and
Like a
that
friend.
yeah, and they're attached to some person that can be evil or good. Okay, but they're attached to somebody.
This is so fascinating.
So I mean, I just want everybody, your audience to understand that might explain why they're feeling this attachment, or they think that these are the reasons that, maybe they can think about, well, wow, okay, well, maybe that's why this is happening.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
So they should call, like I said, a trusted professional who knows how to deal with this.
Right.
And
And see, I just, sorry, it irritates me.
No, go
when I
for
see
it.
these shows and they're like, spirit go away, and doing all this, this silliness.
Like the people did with mine, they washed the baseboards, they pled the name, but like the stuff you did at Weird High School. Remember, if you look in the mirror, you say all the certain things.
Yeah,
The
Bloody
mirror's
Mary.
right.
Yeah.
That could happen in a movie.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
yeah, I mean, you're just sending them out to go do trouble someplace else, and yours came right back to the house.
And they need to go on the other side.
yeah, and they need to move them on to the other side, not just cleanse that house. Well, you
Yeah.
just send them to another house.
Like sage or whatever. Does sage work?
So when I
You
say
hear that?
Sage works, but
because I sage a lot. That's what I do.
you can-
I like
sage does
So it's a
work.
good thing. Okay.
Yeah,
But
but
do they go like to the other house, or they just
I was going to say, I mean, they could always still come back.
okay? Makes sense.
They could still come back. I mean, you're cleansing it for that moment in time.
Yes,
So
yeah.
once that kind of clears off, they can still come back because they need to be moved onto the other side.
Nice.
Let me ask you this.
Sure.
You got these dowsing rods they
Yeah,
call
we
them?
need to talk about that.
Okay, I seen a woman on TikTok the other day, and she was holding dowsing rods straight out, and she would ask the rods a question, and if they went out, it was a yes, and if it went in, it was no or whatever, right? And what she was doing was she was like, did Michael Jackson really die? And the dowsing rods would say, no, he's still alive. Stuff like that. So like, is Michael Jackson really dead?
I've heard that he's still alive.
So should we-
I've never spiritually asked about it.
Should we bust those out? Or you want to tell us
can.
about them? You want to kind of give us a
I
little?
have a follow-up question to that too, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the hip-hop community right now where there's a lot of people are saying if you want to make it to the top of the industry, you have to sacrifice someone close to you and sell your soul to the devil. Do things like that really go on?
Is Tupac alive? I want to know.
Unfortunately, I have heard and
Whoa, they're
seen
going
way too
crazy.
much of this.
Is it Tupac?
Huh?
No,
Okay,
it seemed like that one.
let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Please show me yes. Thank you.
Oh my God!
Please show me no. Thank you. And just, I have no control over these. They're
Yeah.
encased.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I do the same with my pendulum too.
Yeah, and
Okay.
this is 12 inches from here to here. I had the crystals on for energy, and so since it's 12 inches, I can determine time, months, days, years,
Oh wow.
seconds within 12.
Nadia knows 8, but we're
And I know 8 inches. Yeah, where I was just like
I had to say it.
I
It's
was
a
I
previous
was
show.
yeah it
10
was
or 11.
So and they're you find that they're accurate?
Sorry.
They're very accurate.
So yeah,
They're
so,
very accurate.
no,
for sure.
continue. This is awesome. No, I thought
Yeah, they're very, very. Please show me 6.
Damn.
It's halfway between.
oh my God.
Thank you.
So can we ask it anything?
Sure.
Will I go back to prison?
Is that yes?
Damn.
That was a yes.
That was a yes.
I'm
my
sorry.
gosh.
No.
Sorry.
Well, okay. Well, that doesn't have. It's like probably one, timeline, which I
Can
believe
ask
we
a
can.
question?
Yeah.
We can alter that?
We can alter that.
Anything that he can do to keep out of prison?
That's not a yes or no question.
Gotta be yes or no.
Yeah, it is. Is there anything that he can do to keep out of prison?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Okay. Okay.
Arthur.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You see,
yes,
another
yes,
timeline.
that's a yes.
That's what I'm saying. There is always
There
a
is
bunch of.
something that you can do.
Yeah,
then.
there is something. My suggestion is be very, very careful with what you do and what you say. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Wow.
be aware, because that's what's going to get you in trouble. Okay?
Okay.
So just be aware of your surroundings, your people, what you say and what you do. If it doesn't sound good, you got an inkling, don't do it.
I have a question.
Sure.
I'm going through a personal situation with a woman that I've been with for the last year and a half, little over a year. Can I trust her?
You want this answer?
Either one.
Let's see what they say. Ask again.
Can I trust her?
It's going towards a no. I think it's cautiously trust her.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard no.
Yeah,
It was- yeah.
cautiously.
Yeah, it's kind
Trust her.
of subjective
Okay.
to trust in what,
Yeah.
what kind of trust is that, I mean, it was a bit of a,
There's just a whole situation that took place.
okay.
And I don't want to make the wrong decision moving forward I don't know how to say this. Like, just our relationship fell on very hard times and we split up. And as soon as we split up, I was immediately getting phone calls that she made a mistake and wants to work it out, which I would very much like for that to be true, but I don't want to make the wrong decision and be the fool again.
Mike, there is no wrong or right. There is only like a decision and consequences. So calculate it right. Okay. And patterns predict the future behavior. So that's too.
But that's what I'm saying. There's been no pattern.
Okay.
My advice, my thoughts to you, be very, very careful. Do not rush into anything. My feelings are not all that good about her. Okay, I mean, I'm just it's your choice.
By
your
all
choice.
means.
Yeah, your choice. I'm just letting you know what I'm getting, what I'm feeling, and just so I don't think my guide for is Saint Gabriel the Archangel.
Okay.
Also,
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
So, Vicki Main, you do private readings, psychic parties, readings by phone,
I do.
and we'll leave your link and your number up wherever you guys are watching this video. We're gonna put
Yeah,
it up there, the
absolutely.
information,
That was
yeah.
so amazing. We need to have you on the show for like a longer period of time because there's, I mean, I
Yeah,
can.
we could go on for
Yeah,
days.
guys, stay tuned for a part
Yeah.
2 with Vicki for sure. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, thank you. No,
Arthur,
it
do you have
was
any-
great. Thank you for having me, Darren. It was so good to see you,
Yeah,
babe.
yeah, awesome to see you.
Yeah, yeah.
So when's your next event? I would love for us to do some kind of a. Could we tag along on an event? I'm just gonna ask it right now. Screw it.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm gonna take my shot.
Well, if
You
I
can't
get
get
it,
a yes if you don't ask, right?
yeah, that's right. That's right. You can't get an answer if you don't ask.
That's right.
I don't have, it's, I tell you what, if some of, your
course,
listeners,
approved by
followers,
whoever, and we'll make it a thing.
yeah,
and-
if somebody out there is having problems, okay, and, the local St. Louis area, I'm not going to go to Indiana.
Yeah.
What about a
someplace.
party at Len?
I do psychic parties.
At
See,
Len?
I want to, like, I've heard stuff. I've heard these sounds. My mom told me it was the spirit. My mom's not crazy. I got to believe her. But I haven't seen, I want to see some shit. Now, me putting that out there, is that bad? Are they cool with me?
Well,
is that a
be
weird
careful
thing?
what you ask for.
Like, the Ouija board, is that a weird thing?
Oh, God, don't touch a Ouija board.
Really?
I was
no,
going to ask you about
no.
that.
So
If
they
Ouija
know I'm-
boards are so dangerous, though, why are they sold across the globe in mass produced? and
Because
stuff?
they sell well.
Alcohol is dangerous and it's sold really
Yeah,
mass
right.
produced.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
we cannot
Yeah.
really come. Yeah.
That's how the Exorcist boy got possessed. He was playing with the Ouija board, trying to contact his
Really?
Aunt Tilly, who
Wow.
turned him onto a Ouija board, was doing it with him. So he was trying to contact her, and that's how he got possessed.
Wow.
And there's lots of incidences of that.
Well, I think the spirits know I'm just a host guy, right? They're not going to come at me. I'm good, right? If I just have fun with it, or no? Is it
You never know what can happen. I can't.
right? And I got you. No,
Okay.
that's an honest answer. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It's you never know what can happen. This was a 12-year-old boy. How innocent is a 12-year-old boy? And
Right.
yet, look what happened to him. The worst thing on the planet that you could think of, practically.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, you just never know.
Yeah.
You just
Well-
be careful what you ask for.
No, I hear you. I love what you're about. Thank you so much, Vicki
Oh,
Main.
thank
We're going to
you.
do a part 2 for sure.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you.
Can I give my number out
So
real
psychic
quick?
medium, paranormal expert, of course. Yeah.
My number is 314-398-2827. If anybody would like to set up a party, or you're having problems with your house, home, let me know. I'll be
Yeah.
more than happy to come out and take care. I don't charge. I charge for readings, but I don't charge anything to, that's
Okay, nice.
helping people.
Well, you know what, Mike? Do you say something about a place that you go to in your family? It's kind of haunted.
My mother swears up and down that her house is haunted. She
Maybe
says
you
that,
could do
that her animals, they mess with her animals a lot.
Oh, yeah, animals are very susceptible.
And I don't know. I think my mom's kind of wacky sometimes, but there's definitely a feeling in her house. But I've always attributed to the fact that, God, they're gonna see this and I'm like, yeah, shit. My mom's not the best person on the planet, and when somebody is negative in their just position on life and they just spew hatred and negativity and addiction all over everything they touch, then you're gonna have that feeling whether there's a fucking ghost present or not. You know what I mean?
We'll figure it out.
well, yeah. I mean,
But yeah, we could definitely fucking ghost hunt her house.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be-
mean,
And then
that'd
we
be
can tag
awesome.
along. And then we can tag
Yeah,
along.
that would
and
be
see-
absolutely
yeah,
awesome.
We'll talk about it. Vicki Main, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
Right
much for
on,
having
thank
me.
you.
Thank
It was
you.
great meeting all of you guys.
Nice to
It was
meet
fun.
you.
Yeah,
And till next time.
definitely.
you.
That was fun.